All right, so we've had some time to kind of like look back in the season now. What are your biggest impressions from this season?
Um, the biggest impression from this season is we finally ended the Cal curse. It was 17 years and 36 straight games and beating the number 10 team in the nation. That's the highest ranked program that we've ever beaten, 50 years in existence. So the biggest takeaway was we're inching closer to the top of this league, and the win against Cal just showed it. And they were coming off a win against the number 1 team in the country in IUP a week earlier. So that was the biggest takeaway, that how close we are.
Absolutely. This season, what did the team like do well, really, in terms of just overall play?
Overall play, and the numbers speak for themselves. I don't know if we ended up eclipsing the program scoring record per game. We scored the ball very well this year, took care of the ball incredibly well. The program record for fewest turnovers in program history was in the 15-16 season, and we were right there. I don't know if we broke or not, but we took care of the ball, we scored it well. Those were the two biggest things that we did well this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what really needs improvement heading to next year?
Defense, hands down. This was another one of those years, and we talked about it in year 2 after we didn't make the conference tournament. Won 13 games overall, beat 4 teams that played in the NCAA tournament. We didn't make the conference tournament that year because we didn't guard well enough, and the numbers don't lie. We were the worst defensive team in the league, points allowed per game, period. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. That's on me. I got to get it fixed for next year. We fixed it in the past, we'll get it fixed again, because if people think not playing defense and scoring the ball works, we watched the conference tournament on a live stream this year. It doesn't work. Yeah. That's why we were at home. Forget the 3-way tie. We should have been in. No, we shouldn't. We didn't do enough to get in the conference tournament because we did not guard well enough. I mean, on a consistent basis. There were games that we guarded well. Cal being one of them. Guarded, rebound, but not on a nightly basis. And we need to change that for next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it was a pretty small senior class, but then it's Sierra and Morgan. How do you replace them going into next year?
That's a huge loss. There's no replacing them heading into next year. That's going to take a couple years. You have one of the best rebounders in program history. You have one of the best perimeter shooters in program history, and they don't get replaced immediately. We have a ton coming back, so I'm not crying or staying awake at night. But when people ask me how do you replace them, you don't replace them right away. Hopefully, a couple of our recruits in the next year or two, by the time they're seniors, they produce like that, but we don't. We can't replace them immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then a player like Olivia played a lot at the end of last season. Who else do you see stepping up, taking those minutes for next year?
Skylar O'Connor has all the God-given physical abilities she was blessed with. That'll be up to her. Marissa Hobson has all the basketball IQ in the world. It'll be up to her how many minutes she plays next year. Cache Hare, the only thing holds Cash back is stuff she can't control. Her knees they're bad. She's injured. She does what she can, but those 3 will make the biggest impact next year moving forward. But that'll be up to them. How hard they work in the off season, what type of shape they come in next year. But it'll be up to them.
Yeah. You've been here for 5 years now. Mm-hmm. You brought the team out of the basement to being a every year you've competed for the playoff spot. What's it going to take this team to the next level?
Guarding and rebounding every day. Yeah. When I say every day, every time we take the floor in a game situation, we've got to guard and rebound every single night. We could win other leagues playing the way we do. We are not going to get to that next tier of the PSAC if we do not defend and rebound every single time we take the floor. That's what we're missing right now from taking that next step. And once again, that's on me, and I got to get it fixed, and I will get it fixed.
Yeah. What's your biggest memory from this season? Best memory you had from this season alone?
It would be the Cal win,
yeah.
Especially because we had them down there. We were up 11 with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Of the 21 turnovers, 7 came in the last 4 minutes. Missed a shot with 2 minutes to go to put us up 1. So we had them down there, and we got them up here. That was the biggest takeaway. And the players' faces and how raucous the locker room was afterwards. Not over the top, just they're excited.
Yeah,
that's a feeling in our first year when we upset Edinburgh. Same type of feeling in the locker room. So that's something that I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then last thing, can you give me a prediction for next season? Yeah, anything happening for next season in terms of like standings or just players stepping up or?
No, I can't give you a prediction because at this point in time, there's a shuffle happening with the D1 transfers ending up at hypothetically IUP, Edinburgh, Cal. We don't know who's going to end up where. I know what we have coming back. However, I knew what we had coming into this season, and at the end of the day, we underachieved. And anybody who tells you we didn't, they're not being honest with themselves. They're not being honest with you. So prediction-wise, the only thing I can predict is we will be a better defensive team next year. I assure you.